Sri Lanka's rebel Tamil Tigers have mounted their first ever aerial attack, bombing a military base next to the island's international airport. 3 people were killed and 16 injured. The Sri Lankan authorities say a light aircraft flew over the airbase adjacent to the civilian airports 23 miles north of Colombo before dropping 2 bombs. They hit a parking area for aircraft and helicopter gunships. The Tigers claim 2 aircraft were used in the bombing and that both planes returned to rebel-held territory safely. 6 years ago, the rebels launched a land attack on the airport and destroyed half of Sri Lanka's national airline fleet. From Sri Lanka, Kylie Morris reports.
The newly constituted Air Tigers on takeoff. This may be a do-it-yourself air force, but the weapons are real enough. 4 bombs attached to the undercarriage of their light aircraft. In these photos distributed by the Tigers, smiling pilots stand next the rarely seen rebel leader, Prabhakaran. Hours later, they would drop their bombs on an Air Force barracks at the military airfield in Colombo, killing 3 servicemen and wounding more than a dozen others. It's thought that they missed their real target, the Air Force fleet of fighter jets. The bombing forced the closure of the neighbouring international airport, temporarily grounding all flights.
I was in the lounge and the whole building reverberated, and they were not sure initially what had happened, but it became obvious very soon that there had been several explosions. And then everybody was asked to move out very quickly.
The airport has now been reopened, although at least one carrier, Cathay Pacific, has suspended flights to and from Colombo. The decades-long dispute between the Tamil rebel force and the Sri Lankan government has affected the international airport before. In 2001, an attack by land destroyed half the Sri Lankan Airlines fleet and a number of military jets. A year later, both parties signed a ceasefire. But with air assaults now by both sides, continued battles on the eastern coast and a resulting refugee crisis, the ceasefire no longer has any effect. The Tamil Tiger leadership has warned of more air attacks. Overnight, this has become an all-out conflict by air, land and sea.